Given that you have an idea, what are the first important steps that one should take for converting this idea into some profitable venture or startup or company?
I would say it's a step-by-step process, right? Let's say if I have an idea, first thing is always validating that idea. Because in my head, I might have 100 ideas, or I might have developed something during my research time, which might be useful. But there are many other things. First is validating the idea. Like, is there really a problem that you are solving? Rather than taking a solution first and then looking for the use of that solution, the best approach is always, if you look into all the YC and everyone, one very basic thing that they teach is look for the problem out there and then see what solution is basically you should be building. So it's always about finding the problem first, then see what solution you build, then after that converting in. And if you are really it's about value addition. If you are really providing some value, really helping solve some problem which is a real problem, like which is we call it more like painkiller versus vitamin. If you can find a problem which is like really like painkiller, it's always good. Even vitamins are fine because there are many, it's not always easy to find that painkiller problem. So as long as you're adding some value, you can, it's good to begin with. Talking about converting into profitable business as such, it's a long process. Like profit is like a very broad thing. Basically you need to take into account how much cost basically it's how much cost is involved in building it, commercializing it, customer acquisition cost, and all those things. Then above that, what's your margin? How much can you really make? So that is something that would come at a later stage. But at a very early stage, as long as you have somebody who says that they are willing to pay for it, or who are doing the pilot for it, and then you see that okay, there are really people paying for it, I think that's a good idea to begin with, in my experience. Like, we really pivoted 3 times because of this. So talking to customers, doing the validation is really important.
Dr. Matthew, would you like to add something?
You need to have a validated idea in your head. So many of us, during our PhD, postdoc, or even once we are converting to the university professors, we do have some idea, unique idea in our head, but most of them are not validated, and which is okay. You know, you have a couple of ideas in your head. Once you are going to validate them, you will find them they are not good. It's okay. You will find another one and you can run away with that. So it's really common that you have an idea that is not validated. But the thing is that having the validated idea is the very important thing, because this is something that you are going to live on for that, maybe for next 5 years. And if you didn't perform the good validation, you are losing your time. And it's quite natural that once you have a couple of ideas on your head, on your table, and then you look at them and you will see that some of them is not good. The problem is that in the research area, in the university, all of us think that we have a very nice idea. We got the grant, we got the money, we have everything in our plate. The people are clapping for us. But once you go to the street, nobody even give you a watermelon for that, because it's useless. So, and you see that sometimes a very tiny idea, very simple idea attracted lots of attention in the world. So this is actually the problem we are facing in the universities. I'm suggesting, if people are hearing me and they want to have they want to validate their idea, they do not really consult only with their professors, with their university mates or university people. They go out, they ask the people, they ask the industry. There's a lot of people. You can find them in LinkedIn, you can find them in lots of events. So this is very important. For myself, once I started the company, I had an idea in my head, and I wasted my time for 2 years on that, because then I found that this idea is not good and I need to change my idea, and I go for another setup for my life. So it's very important that you have a validated idea. And I need to say, there's a very famous saying that 90% of the job is starting that job. It's very hard to kick the company. It's very hard. You should be very bold, and you should be very brave that you start a company. You want to go to the new environment from universities. There is stages to reach to the success, but the very first important thing is the first steps you are taking. The rest of them is coming. You don't worry about that. They will
Right.
follow you. The money, the business, all of them is coming for you. The very first step is that you have the good idea and you can start it. That's it.